Yo, what's up, team? Messing with the lighting again, so hopefully this one is not overexposed. But either way, I appreciate your understanding. And yeah, so this dude over here, man, I've been calling him Magnus and the Centurion Drones, and I feel like it sounds like some kind of cool band name or something like that, right? It's like, yeah, dude, it used to be in Magnus and the Centurion Drones. Like, what? Were you Magnus? Like, nah, I was one of the Centurion Drones. But oh man, that's awesome, man. What, you play bass? Do you play guitar? Or like, you know? Magnus and the Centurion Drones. By the way, this is supposed to be his cape. Whoa, he kind of did something weird right now. He kind of collapsed in on himself. Okay. Okay, I think that's the way it's supposed to look. Kind of. But yeah, this is supposed to be a cape, actually. Um, maybe, maybe not terribly convincing, but anyway, that's supposed to be a cape. Yeah, and so Magnus and the Centurion drones. In this video, we're going to go over the tutorial on how to make this guy. So obviously the Magnus that you see is a little bit darker. He's a little bit gray. It's the premium finish Ultra Magnus, and looking at this exposure, it seems a little too bright. Maybe that's better. Is that too dark? Hold on. All right, hopefully this one's good enough. Yeah, hopefully this is not too much. It looks okay to me in the camera, but I don't know. Sometimes it just looks different on the monitors, and once it travels to YouTube and this and that. But anyway, we're going to go over this guy. It's the premium finish Magnus, and 100% of the parts are used. The inside bot is in another build with, I'm looking at him right now. Who is that? That's Fast Track over there. But this one over here, we have a Centurion drone, parts of, there are 2 Centrons, there's 1 Slammer, and then there's the Magnus armor. On the other build, the one with the Fast Track, none of those parts are used. It's just the inner core Optimus Greybot with Fast Track. So this is a combined set, whereas the other guy, he's a set on his own. And so, yeah, like I said, 1 Slammer and 2 Centrons. And we're going to go over how to make him. So let's start with this guy over here. This is some type of little like battle tank skiff, just made from the remaining parts. Very, very easy to make. It's not that complicated. We just have the front portion of Slammer, right, in his tank mode with the treads all still intact. We have the Magnus missiles on the side, and in the center you see one of the Centron bodies with the Slammer shoulders and 2 of the Magnus shoulder bits plugged in, and then the 2 little pistola parts from the Centron, right? And he kind of has a little bit of a, what is it, turret pivot, and I mean, if you wanted, you could spin him around too. So you can have firepower in the back, firepower in the front. Oh, maybe that's better. Yeah, maybe that's better. We have 3 this way, and then we have 4 this way. That's not bad. All right, I might keep him like that. So that's him to the side. It's weird. I just recently watched this old movie called Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, and they're supposed to be some type of spoiler alert. They're supposed to be twins. Yeah, I know. And Arnold is like the miraculous experiment that they're all going over, that they're all going for, and then Danny DeVito is like the crap left over. Yeah, or so he says in the movie. That little bot is kind of like the Danny DeVito, so to speak. It was just the stuff left over, nowhere to go. Yeah, that's probably not a nice thing to say, but it's just from the movie. It's just from the movie. I'm not saying anything about Danny DeVito. He's great. One of my homies' favorite, actually, because one of my homies, D, he's like a smaller dude, and he always looked up Danny DeVito because he was a small dude, but he had big persona. You know what I mean? So anyway, shout out to DC up in the house. Let's see. Sorry, just got carried away for a second. This dude, there's lots of cool things about him, and let me start explaining some of the stuff. Let me bring him up. Here's some little cool things. Inside this leg is one entire like super cannon, meaning there are 4 leg components, 2 here and 2 on the inside. What's really cool is right on the outside of that armor, you can see the foot sitting on the lip. Like, I try not to pick him up too much. But you see that? The feet are sitting right on top of the armor, so it's just like kind of the perfect height. Lots of great things kind of came together. I was very tickled by the fact that this armor was able to sync on, not perfectly. You can push it in more, but then it'll stretch the plastic, and I was like, I'm not trying to do that. Oh, and before I forget, the fists over here, these are from Punchy's lab. You know, one of the great things, if you're making something and you're like, this is going to be the wrist and that's going to be the fist, it might deter you to be like, oh, I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, yo, you got an extra pair of fists, you got some shapeways stuff, dude, my guy, my gal, you can go a long way, and you can do some creative things. You can do some different things and put them all in the mix. So thankful for folks like Punchy who help builders like me kind of expand their imagination and develop new play patterns. So thank you so much, Punch. And yeah, one more time, we'll give a quick 3-6 on this guy. Yeah, some interesting bits. I've done some Magnus armor configurations in the past, and this, yeah, it borrows. I think it borrows this, but that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So why don't we go into the tutorial straight away? I'm trying to think of the easiest way. I think if I just separate the top part and then the bottom part, that might be the best way to do it. Okay. All right. I wasn't actually trying to do that. I was trying to remove the waist, but I can do that now. So these are the legs over here. The regs, right? It's kind of cool. I was almost able to get it to touch the ground by putting the back of the pistola from the front accessory, the Centurion accessory. But these are the legs. I still think it's a little overexposed. Hold on. All right, I'm going to try it at that. I think this is a little bit better, but yeah, I won't know till post. But anyway, it's not going to stop you from enjoying the video. And if it does, then, well, sorry about that. So on the bottom here. So at the top, you see this is just the Slammer's waist connector, right? So inside the leg, you see this? This is the super cannon, right? And then we have the little, sorry about that. We have the pistola bit plugged in at the end. And this entire thing, that peg, is going to plug into that hole right there. And if you wanted to get it to sit as deep as possible, undo this part first. And then get that in there. And you'll know when you're in the right place because that foot is going to be sitting right on top of that. And then you can also see right there that action happening. There you go. Make sure to press everything in. And then you can kind of close everything up afterward. You can kind of cinch everything in too. But yeah, that's the best way to do it. And then you do it for both sides. Cool? And then you plug that in to the Slammer waist. And this is where the Slammer waist, just being a tiny little thing, similar to the Ractonite waist, comes in handy because it's just really small. So that's really nice. Okay. Up top, this is cool, man. This is real cool. Here, let me do this. Oh man, that's in there like gym wear. Oh, okay. Alrighty. So check it on the inside. Yo, this guy looks crazy too right here. This is just a Centurion body. We have the 2 Slammer arms plugged into the side, then the 2 Brunt or Centurion CD arms plugged in over here. Hey, it's kind of interesting. I was talking to my friend DC, and now I'm talking about CD, Centurion DC. Anyway, you don't care about that. It's okay. So Centurion's body right here, the back piece plugged in, 2 of Slammer's arm, 2 of CD's arms. Then on the outside, we have 2 of the thighs. Cascade that down. Place the Magnus armor on the thighs, and then you got the 2 little aftermarket bits. So this is the body, and note that the head is tilted back. It's pressed down until it's flush against this thing. And the reason why that's necessary, that little plug right there, you notice this is the body, and then we have extended this down. Normally this would be folded up like this in the actual toy mode, but we have this flip down, right? And then on the top of his shoulders, we have the 2 CD arms plugged in right there. And then on top of those, we have the Slammer arms. There we go. Oh, that was a nice fit. And then we have the Slammer, not arms, legs, right? And so what we do right here, we just kind of like open this up for a second. And then we just plug that in right there. Very tight fit. And then you kind of just fold it on top of the rest of the body like that. And then you just plug that in like there. Then you adjust as necessary, Betty. Or that didn't work out. Necessary, Jerry. There we go. You just adjust. You just adjust. Whatever, dude. I think that's good enough. You just adjust. And there we have our guy. Oh, and then we have Danny DeVito over here too. Yeah. But I know you guys are here mainly to see Arnold, so it's all good. It's all good. You know that line, I'll be back, where he says in Terminator 1? I think, what is it? I was watching Alan Sy. You guys know who Alan Sy is? He's that dope cat who strings together all these really obscure movie facts, and he goes, did you know that in blah, 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 blah. And he says all these obscure facts, but, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the I'll be back line. Arnold has said it 11 other times in his iconic movies. Just, that's his line. That's his line, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, well, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be back. I'll be back soon when the day is new, and you'll have... I forgot the Mr. Rogers line. And you'll have things, you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too. All right, so I'll be back next time. You'll be back next time. Hopefully, I'd appreciate it if you would. And talk to you soon. Bye.